The Way of Mastery, The Way of the Heart, Book 1, Lesson 1. And here's the opening. I promise you this, you become the stars in the heavens, your desire. Be only what God created, the altar of your heart. With every breath, everything you think, you know everything you need, and look lovingly upon every place that has made a home in your mind, and allow it will come. You experience it. Arise, all pain, fear, and suffering have vanished. A wind pushes the foam of the wave away, revealing the clarity of the ocean. You literally feel throughout your being. That never was a dream. Remain with you. You will know. You, a thought of wondering the way God created you, will leave no trace upon you. Your heart. Smile gently. You find yourself. Be peace. That peace will walk before you wherever you go. Enter a room before you enter it. Those who wonder will say, behold, Christ has come. You will be that one, for that is who you are, Christ eternal. And that's an example of what Lectio is. And this is how it's going to read through the rest of this. So this is called divine reading. And this is the process. Lesson 1. Choice is will is what this is really about. The way calls you home. So now we begin. Beloved friends, I abide with you. Believe yourself to be. I come for you. I come to love you. Choose from the depth within your own being to set aside every illusion you have ever given credence to. Remember the truth which alone is true. Indeed, there is a transcendence of all that knows limitation, transcendence of all that knows coming and going, birth and death. But the mind of Christ within, which each of us, a spark, divine light, a sunbeam to the sun, rests eternally in perfect communion and communication always. The great secret is this, is the state of your reality. Each and every moment you abide in perfect communion with the whole of creation. All things are but temporary modifications of the one fundamental energy, Christ mind, the offspring of the Father. Beloved friends, choose to be. Choose to open that place within the heart and within the mind. Communicate with me directly. I will meet you there. So, the beginning. Experience is always effect of focus, consciousness, unlimited forever, embracing all dimensions of consciousness. Embracing all dimensions of creation. Abide in that which embraces all things, all ways, all times. Truth. You do not know separation, birth or death, gain or loss. Focus your attention on reading these words. Recognize you, infinite being, have deliberately chosen to participate, which is experience. So will words that carry meanings color that meaning according to perceptions you have chosen. Some are ahead, some behind. It only seems that way. In reality, each is equal. Each chooses from infinite freedom. Attract to yourself certain vibrational frequencies, certain experience. That freedom is what you abide in always, before the foundations of this world and after this world. Every moment, you cannot be a victim of what you see. Nothing is outside of you. Experience directly and deliberately yourself. Merely look with wonder, child. See what it feels like. Ask yourself, is this an energy I wish to continue in, or would I choose something else? All possible choices have been made, have been tasted, have been felt, have been known. The still quiet voice of spirit speaks. The soul whispering. Truth, reality, love, peace, the one bliss that is continual. Turn from the things of this created world. Withdraw attention from attachments to all of things called itself. transcend identification with vibrational frequencies only meant to play with and took seriously. Seriousness is ego. Seriousness holds vibrations you would no longer choose to experience in the field of your being, your soul. You, the soul, the individual divine spark, choose to withdraw the attention, the value placed upon all things. Simplify your consciousness. Realize. Surrender into something that seems beyond you. Entertain the insane. Trusting the invisible. Come more and more to be less and less. Become less and less. You become more and more of what your Father created you to be. Thought of perfect love and form, a channel, a vehicle, the love of spirit. Shine forth. Your task. The cleaning of your windows, the polishing of your floors, the weeding of your garden, that light can pour forth. Will, perceptions, this I, will indeed know that state of awakening. Will look upon all created things experienced, all reactions held within the mind, perceptions, judgments, desires you ever held for anyone or anything. In your mind, they will not disturb your peace. And you will smile. You will see your consciousness, all saintliness, all devilishness, saint and sinner, happiness, unhappiness, merely an effect of where you choose to place your attention. Indeed, beloved friends, I come forth to meet you wherever you are. I have chosen infinite power, consciousness given me of the Father, equally as it is given unto you. Discover deep delight, focused only on seeing from and seeing only the mind of Christ. All multitude of experiences. Beloved, challenge, test, condition, rise above, transcend all possible experiences that could distract the remembrance of who I am. Crucifixion, the climax of direct choice to be challenged, to see from and to see only perfect purity, the mind of Christ. The point in every moment, what you are experiencing, because you, infinite freedom, have selected that experience. Focus your attention. See what the effects are. Insanity does not come from having chosen to see other than the mind of Christ. Insanity you experience as pain, suffering, seeking, and dramas comes only from your mistaken choice to become identified with what arises in awareness, in your awareness. You are free. See them any way you want. Experience grief and suffering because you have chosen to contract. All you can see is loss, and thereby convince yourself that you have become separated. Experience that separation is an illusion. You have the power to choose to recognize a different faculty, one which you perceive and hear and communicate, that spark of divine light, the soul. Given up the idea of trying to keep a physical form animated. The first step of the way of the heart. So the first step, awakening. The first step, awakening, is allow this axiom of truth. Say this to yourself. Nothing that you experience is caused by anything outside of you. You experience only the effects of your own choice. We will. The way of the heart. Not resting on or dependent on magical means. That pathway. Turn your attention upon your own mind, your behavior, what is true and real for you moment to moment. Study, consider, feel, breathe the light of spirit. Constantly retrain the mind. It assumes complete responsibility each moment. It transcends the false. You have chosen. Come, say to yourself, I have done this to myself. I did it. I correct it. No one is to blame. The world is innocent. We will be communicating more and more deeply the way of the heart. That way, the reversal of thought that way alone allows you to pass back through the eye of the needle. Come rest in the perfect peace from which you have sprung forth. The way of the heart is not intellect. Indeed, that aspect of mind was designed to be the humble servant of the awakened heart. The heart feels, embraces, trusts, and allows all things. The heart, the soul, rests eternally. The heart is beyond space and time, and is that spark of light in the mind of God, Christ. In that will, you find peace. Discover the pathway. Awakening is a pathway of truthfulness. It is a pathway of releasing from consciousness every hope and every wish to be special. It is a transcendence of the hope of somehow getting God's attention. We allow the kingdom now. You will the willingness, the art, the simplicity of empty-headedness and not knowingness with every breath. The truth that is always true, that is true always. Not my will, but thine be done. For of myself I do nothing, but the Father does all things through me. You walk through this world seemingly appearing like everyone else, and yet you are spacious within. You are empty within. In truth, you desire nothing. Allow desire to move through you. Recognize the voice of the Father guiding personality, emotions, and body to places, events, people, and experiences. The tapestry of the atonement, woven through all children of God. This is home again. Trust the complete flow of that. That mind trusts the source. Creation allows, trusts, embraces, and transcends all. Rest assured, trust the truth. Only God's plan for salvation can work. For me. Insane, somewhere in there. Accept the first step. I have done all this. I must undo it, but I have no idea how I did this. Therefore, I must surrender to something else. We give you this thought. Consider it well. The very life you are living, each and every experience, since the moment you decided, I have got to awaken here, being directly sent to you of your Father, because your Father knows what is necessary to unravel within your consciousness to allow you to awaken. What if? What if? So, up, identify, be the presence of love. The least is already equal to the greatest. There is none who is less. The way of the heart, accepting the humility. You do not know the way back. Accepting that of yourself you can do nothing. All you have managed is insane dramas that are occurring nowhere except within the field of your mind. Chimeras, dreams. There is no difference between a waking state and dreams. They are both the same. I wish to direct you to peace, that peace which forever transcends the understanding and comprehension of the world. I desire, my Father desires it through me, to bring you wholly to where I am. Discover there is someone that got there ahead of you. It's myself. I have always been there, but I forgot. The end of all journeying, the end of purification, indeed. You will discover that to awaken means to have journeyed nowhere, a goal that has never changed. Awakening is only remembrance, not an idea as you would understand ideas. It is an idea that vibrates through the whole field of your beingness, so that even the cells of the body while yet the body remains, coalesced together in its present form, awaken and relax into the truth that is true always. Gardener, cultivate the art of weeding your garden. Look to see that the soil is correct. Keep your eye on the clouds, on the horizon, the heat of the day. Cover the delicate plants that need protection while they grow strong. Those that come, ask them to leave. Build a temporary fence until the garden is strong enough, until it bursts forth with enough fruit so that you can give to even those who do not respect it. Be you therefore a wise gardener. Cultivate deep love. Respect yourself. You are not here to fix the world. You are not here to fix your brother or sister. Only love heals. Until you have loved yourself wholly, having purified the mind of every erroneous thought you have ever held, until you have loved yourself, you do not love anyone or anything. Let your guard down. The love of God shines forth through you so quickly you do not even know what happened. The wise gardener cultivates a state of consciousness in which the love of God is unimpeded. Beloved friends, you have elected to answer, to participate in this pathway, this family. Make your commitment to trusting your Creator. Set before you a pathway home. Indeed, arrive at home. You do not get to leave when the shouting starts, right? The shouting is in your own mind, body, emotions. You stay with these things, being honest about them, loving yourself for having the power to create perceptions yourself, the world. The way of the heart is the final pathway any soul can enter. Many stages of awakening, many pathways, but each must find the way of the heart. Each must take responsibility. Look upon ego, which is denial, that which lacks light. Bring light, observing mind, behavior, reactions, wonder with innocence, with childlikeness. Little child, enter the kingdom. Little child, say and see, well, how about that? Looking upon the deepest, darkest parts, your own shadow, your denials, and say, oh, how about that? Remember, everything has no effect upon reality. The way of the heart, the decision to become light, by recognizing it, embracing it, choosing again. The way of the heart is the way that I teach. This way established your holy mind. Truth is always true, beloved friends. Step into ownership of reality, the way of the heart. It learns to see them, to recognize them like clouds, then learns to turn the attention of the mind that a new choice might be made. The way of the heart is the way that calls you home, comes from your soul, spirit, which abides as Christ in the holy mind of God. Trust you are a sunbeam unto the sun. Trust you are not alone, not apart from brothers and sisters. This family cannot know separation. The call to awaken, this lineage, has been acknowledged. Communicated in space and time. Rest assured, communication remains and there is no way to avoid it. We begin now. The way of the heart. In time is time, one committed to healing the presence of love. You are the light. Shine lovingly upon every darkness. Shake hands with the devil, do a little jig, recognize his face to be your own. Dance with darkness. Darkness transformed into an angel. Light abides with light. We will be giving you this. So cultivate you, allow you, recognize you, a way that transcends your mind. Lead with the body, lead with your feeling nature, not your intellect. Your intellect does not know anything. The intellect can never bring the healing of the heart that is the atonement. It can only be utilized to argue against the insane perceptions you are used to. There is a greater good in giving up your insistence on treating the intellect as your God. Therefore, indeed, beloved friends, dance, rejoice, and play often. Bring up within you the mind of Christ. Thought, sense, look, embrace, transmute, love, self through honesty. Accept where you are. Do not pretend to be otherwise. The wisest are humblest. Be at peace. We, disembodied, are electing to participate, delight in joining with you, in loving you, in waiting on you, yourself. Welcome yourself home. Close your eyes for just a moment. Breathe into the body and let it go. The body is nothing worth holding on to. Fully committed, experience happiness. Give your Creator full permission. Sweep the basement clean. There really is not anything down there. Know the perfect peace of empty-headedness, not knowingness. Know eternal. Never once let yourself think that you are alone. Nonsense. I am with you. You asked. I responded. We are communication. It is. End of all illusions. Peace always. Amen.